Dexter, Original Sins Episode 4, Fender Bender, shows Dexter making his first fatal error, resulting in the biggest cliffhanger ending in the prequel series. After a divisive Dexter, Original Sin premiere and a tremendously vintage double episode released just in time for Christmas, the fourth of 10 Dexter, original episodes continues to make impressive and entertaining strides for the series. With his first 2 kills under his belt, Dexter takes aim at an ex-hitman named Mad Dog. Episode 4 also leans into Deborah's season-long narrative as one of the popular volleyball jocks at her high school. While her conflicts are much more common and less violent than the secrets her brother and father, Harry Morgan, keep hidden, Deborah's attempts at scoring drugs to impress her friends and snub the mean girl feel like classic high school stunts pulled straight out of The Breakfast Club and Clueless. Additionally, the continued flashback narrative of how Harry met Laura remains intriguing and is nicely interwoven with Harry's cigarette lighting and peanut butter sandwich making match cuts. Brittany Allen's Laura helps put a face to the myth of her tragic character while explaining more of Harry's role in her eventual death, which has yet to occur in the Original Sin flashbacks. An eager Dexter makes his first rookie mistake as the main killer looms in the background. Original Sin has found a nostalgic and refreshing tone rooted in the merits of the original series. Dexter Original Sin Season 1 EP 2-19. Image via Paramount+. Original Sin Episode 4 extends the great momentum of Episode 3 after Dexter takes out his second killer, Tony Ferrer. The series has really started to feel like a Season 0 of the celebrated original, which is evidenced further by Dexter's dynamic with his third target, an ex-hitman named Mad Dog, played by legendary actor Joe Pantoliano of Memento and The Sopranos acclaim. Just like with Ferrer, Dexter uses his newly acquired Miami Metro PD resources and performs a bit of B&E to prove his suspect guilty. Before he can get started, however, he needs Harry's firm approval. Mad Dog doesn't get a lot of screen time before he meets a grisly demise, getting trampled by a car after running away from Dexter during his pre-kill ritual. While it would have been interesting to watch Dexter pick Mad Dog's brain, in a figurative sense, the shocking twist of him getting killed makes a far more intriguing premise for Dexter. His first 2 kills have been relatively smooth sailing compared to this catastrophe in the making. Young Dexter may even need to reach out to Harry for help covering his Mad Dog tracks given his age, inexperience, and the fact that the franchise actually has a resourceful, in-the-flesh Harry for the first time ever. Episode 4 finds Original Sin support cast coming into their own. Harry is gradually becoming the series' most compelling character. As much as Original Sin is obviously a Dexter origin story, it is also the first franchise deep dive into Harry Morgan's backstory as a Miami Metro homicide detective and the struggling father of a serial killer in disguise. All things considered, Harry seems to be keeping himself together just fine 4 episodes in, but certain realities of Dexter's urges are clearly bothering him beneath the surface. Slater's expert portrayal of Harry as an earnest man who is quietly bursting at the seams makes him just as riveting to watch as Dexter. Based on Dexter lore, there's a strong chance that certain newcomers in Original Sin won't be around for long, particularly Harry, who dies by suicide covered up as heart failure. This prior knowledge actually makes Slater's performance all the more gripping, as the little cracks that emerge are sharply tuned hints that are instrumental to his eventual tragic end. Meanwhile, Deborah gets to enjoy being a reckless teenager and doing what she does best, stressing Harry out, which could be setting up her upcoming decision to join Miami Metro like him and her brother. At this point, Batista and Masuka are mostly one-note and somewhat restricted by their tropes. It seems like Phillips and the Original Sin writers are treading lightly around these characters for now and handing more of the spotlight over to the sensational Gibson, who looks and sounds more and more like Hall's Dexter by the minute. On the other hand, Christina Million's drop-dead solo introduction as Maria Lagerta in Original Sin Episode 3 was more than well deserved. She is an instant scene stealer and arguably gives the best rendition of any returning original cast member. Episode highlights include Dexter's makeshift homicide reenactment using ketchup and Tanya's melons for Lagerta, as well as Harry giving Kid Dexter an important life lesson about death in a flashback scene. Patrick Dempsey's Captain Aaron Spencer stirs the pot when his wife comes into Miami Metro to berate him about being a father, which Dexter certainly takes note of. This could be something to keep in mind as the hunt for the killer of Judge Powell's son continues.